performance. It's really unfortunate to come away with a defeat today.
Yeah, I think first half we were obviously, you could see we were a yard off it, pretty much all over the pitch. We were getting ourselves into good defensive shape, but too deep. And fair play to Hartlepool, they played some good football in the first half and utilised their fullbacks really well, which we kind of knew they were going to do, and we set up to stop them from doing that. And ironically, we probably still had the best chance of the first half, and you probably backed Tans to finish that there. But look, we got them in at half time. It's not about panicking, it was about, listen, let's trust what we've been working on, let's try and get the ball down, let's actually pass it, get our better players on the ball, let's start to try and create stuff. And to be honest with you, if we'd have lost 2-1 playing the way we did first half, you kind of just have to take that one on the chin. But today's quite tough to take, because I thought we were very good second half, and actually I thought if anyone was going to win it, it was probably going to be us. But there's a little bit of naivety there. So you're at Hartlepool away, first game of the season, we've had a long journey, everything's kind of, all the cliches about going against you, the weather's poor, everything. We've got to realise when a point's a good point, and we get beat too easy down their right, our left. Shad needs to do better in a 1v1 situation, and then to add insult to injury, he stands the ball up really well, to be fair to him. And then there's two people at the far post, either one of them could have scored, both free headers, and that's a harsh lesson for some of our players. And there's disappointment in the dressing room, because actually, yeah, after our second half performance, we were confident we were going to win the game.
You mentioned Sad there, he's started for the first time in his debut today. He'll probably be a bit disappointed with the penalty he conceded in the first half as well.
Yeah, look, he's a young lad. He brings a lot of qualities. He's only been with us, we only trained with us one day, and we've thrown him in, obviously with what's happened with Kins and whatnot. So we're not going to kill him, we're not going to murder him over it, because at the end of the day he will learn from that and he will get better from that. But he does need to learn that at this level, when you're playing against the quality of players that we played against today, when you've dominated a game the way we have in the second half, you can't make individual errors like that. He's only ever going to do one thing, the wide right. He was going to go down the line and he was going to try and stand up across. We've watched him do it 30 times. Unfortunately for Shad, he hasn't been in all the analysis sessions that we've seen. We try to give him as much information as we can, but we don't want to overload him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
You mentioned us coming out in the second half and being a much better side, which we were. And what was said at half time?
Just. I think that one of the easiest things to do in a half-time team talk when you're losing 1-0 half-time is to go in and absolutely smash the team to pieces. But actually, it was more about relax, have a bit of faith in what we're good at doing, get on the ball, let's get the ball passing, because we didn't make any passes first half. That was probably another one of the most disappointing things. And when we did actually pass the ball in the first half, we created some very good chances. But our final ball let us down. Second half, we had so many penalty area entries. The disappointment would be, did we get enough shots away? No. Did we create some good chances? Yeah. Should we have scored more? Probably, yeah. But then, like we said, it was about just having a bit of trust and a bit of faith, not only in yourself but in each other, and let's get us on the ball.
And Craig made up for his mistake, well, not mistake, but his opportunity in the first half, by making him with a great finish down the other end.
But it starts because we're 4 or 5 yards higher, and Noobs wins the ball back with a great tackle, and then Tobes, he lands on that sort of second phase, and we're 10-15 yards inside their half. That's why we're disappointed in the first half, because we were so deep. The second half, he gets it. It's a fantastic pass from Toby, and then great take from Craig and a great finish. And we thoroughly deserved it. And because when you think of the first from kick-off, we were in from kick-off, and obviously that would have been the ultimate start to the second half. But look, there's a lot of positives to take out of it. There's a lot to work on still. I think that you look at the results today, there's a lot of teams still trying to find their feet, and we're definitely one of them. We've added some new players in, we've lost some momentum with some of the lads that have got niggly injuries, and we've still got some good players to come back as well. So no, there's positives from it, but obviously the dressing room's a disappointed one tonight, because we think we should have got at least a point out of the game.
And you mentioned not having enough shots on goal, and maybe not taking a chance and stuff. A lot of people have asked, why is Ross not involved today as well?
As I mentioned when Ross was signed, he's 3 or 4 weeks away. At least he hasn't been training. He's got to train. He's got to be fit. We could bring him, throw him on, put him at risk of injury, lose him for 4 or 5 months. I mean, that's just silly for me. It's about being patient with him, letting him get to a situation where he can come on and actually really impact the game, because he's 100% fit.
And even though it's disappointing today, it's a quick turnaround to Sutton on Tuesday, our first home game of the season next week. Yeah, I mean, they had a great result today, Sutton. I think, look, from our perspective,
you could probably go back through every single pre and post match analysis, and the comments are the same. There aren't any easy games. It's going to be tough. They'll be organised. They've got some really good players. So it's down to us now. We're on the bus on the 7 hour, however long it's going to take us to get home on the bus. We've got to get around the lads. We've got to make sure that they put that to bed. We talk about the things that were good. We work on the things that we need to work on. And when we go into training on Monday, we get the boys up again, because do you know what? If they can come out like they did second half, I think we'll be a match, more than a match for a lot of teams in this league.
You win with a shot. For more information, click the link in description.
Click here for the next video, click here to subscribe.